My name is Tylluan Penry. I'm a solitary pagan witch. I'm an author and the founder of the Wolf and Howl Press. And today's little chat is about the idea I have: you cannot be a witch in a vacuum. And this is something I often say. And what I mean is, it's no good saying you're a witch, you're a high priest, high priestess, whatever you're calling yourself. It's no good saying that if you don't actually follow it through in your daily life, in your attitudes, in showing compassion to others. Now, I'm not saying we all need to be, I can't think of an English equivalent, but where I come from, we used to call it leaky pie, where you were all nicey, holier than thou. That's it, that'll do. You don't have to be like that. But what I am saying is, I can just see I've got a really thick bit of hair, well, dark bit anyway. What I am saying is that you have to try and season your attitudes a bit. And I say this because I've lost count of the number of times I have seen some really foul, homophobic, racist, you name it, it's phobic in some shape or form, posts. And when you go and check out the person who's posted it, you find that they are, and it harm none, I'm a witch, I'm a good person, and it goes on, and it truly makes me want to put my fingers in my mouth and vomit, because it's not true. It's not really what they are. Olaf, cut it out. Now, we're all capable of having some opinions we're not very proud of. Everybody is. But what I'm saying is that we try, as we go through life, we try to learn to be better people. And that is important, to try to learn to be a better person. I don't mean you have to pray more, you have to do more spells, more meditation. I don't mean that. What I'm saying is that in the general sense of things, you need to try and be a nicer person, a kinder person, a more compassionate person. I mean, what I've seen going on a lot in the UK, in the US, and obviously in other places too, but those are the two I probably see most of really hateful things, where people want to kill other people, or at least not save them. If they're in difficulties, let them drown, let them die, let them starve to death in the desert, whatever it is. And no, I'm sorry, you're not a good person if you have those opinions. And I don't care anymore what people think of this. You're not a good person if you come out with those opinions. You need to try and dial it down and work out, why do I feel this way towards other people? Why do I feel that other people are not as good or as human or as deserving of life as I am? And this is something you see too with people who really should know better, quite well-known celebrities who come out with things like, oh, the problem in this world is that there are too many people, we need to get rid of, whatever it is. And it's usually some horrible figure like, 80% of the population, we should get rid of it. And you think, yes, but they're not saying they're going to volunteer. They're not volunteering to be euthanized or sterilized or anything else. They want it for other people. Now stop. If you find yourself agreeing with that and saying, oh yes, there are far too many people, stop and think. Some people do have far too much. They use up resources at a rate of knots. Our current Prime Minister is in love with going by helicopter everywhere, and that costs a fortune, let alone all the emissions from it that are damaging the environment. Now, if you find yourself agreeing with this sort of thing, stop and think. Some people, many people, most people in the world, in fact, have a place where they are born and a place where they die, and very little of any consequence in between. So when you start saying, oh, well, we've got to get rid of people, stop thinking that you're better than other people. What we have is largely an accident of history and geography, when and where we were born, the class we were born into. And I'm sorry if it sounds like a political rank, but there we go. You cannot be a witch in a vacuum. And he's off, shouting it out to all and sundry. You cannot be a witch in a vacuum. So it's just a little thought, just a quick one. And I hope you enjoy it. Something to think about, because thinking and paying attention to things is really a big part of our path. Some people will tell you it isn't, but it is. So give it some thought and see where you can make adjustments. Don't have to do it all at once, but please do something. Okay, and thank you very much for listening. It's much appreciated. Goodbye.